Singular moments can define us. Reichen Posey has never let them.
No matter what I'm going through, God will always be there for me, and I can trust in that. And throughout my life, that's kind of been my life first.
Reichen's an 18-year-old senior at Lutheran High School in Parker. And he's one of the best football players in Colorado, recently being named to the All-State team.
It's definitely my thing. It's been a long ride, yeah.
He's the youngest of 4 kids and a spiritual man. Unfortunately, he's a part of one of America's most devastating days. When Reichen was a 6-year-old first grader, he attended his final day at Sandy Hook Elementary. On December 14th, 2012, a mass shooting killed 6 adults and 26 and 7-year-olds at the school. It's the deadliest mass shooting at an elementary school in our country's history. The Posey family had prearranged plans to move to Colorado the day after, and did.
They were coming out, that next day was a Saturday. They were planning on flying out after the last day of school. And
throughout Reichen's life here in Colorado, he's made that defining moment in life part of his story, but not his entire life story.
When you do go through a hard time or a hard day, that's not what defines you. It's how you respond.
We got to move to a school in a community that was not traumatized like we were, so we had a lot of people that could help us. And we could think about it when we wanted to think about it. When you were in Sandy Hook, it was in your face all the time, right? I felt guilty for leaving. I had friends who lost children, and I felt like I just left them. We knew we needed support, and we reached out to the community here, and people just jumped in and supported us from all walks of life. I mean, it was amazing.
And now through his 12 years here in Colorado, Reichen's grown to be an honorable young adult in his community.
There's people that have been through tragedy and still do not have the perspective that he has. We've had adults tell us when Reichen was in 6th grade that he's changed their life, just by having him be in their class. They've changed careers. He's unique, he's special.
And Posey led the Lions to 2 straight state championship appearances on the gridiron, even acting as an off-the-field leader when a knee injury sidelined him to start the season.
Just having the mindset and the know-how to cope with these trials, right? And you don't cope with them by sitting back and swallowing your emotions or whatever. You have to go out and face them head on. And so just knowing that that's how you deal with them, I think is what the skills that I've learned, which helped me with my trial this year.
And at the end of the year, he was recognized with the highest honor you could receive in the entire program, earning the Lion Pride Award, given to one individual who exemplifies the best character and leadership.
it's been awesome to see that from being pretty shell-shocked young little guy that doesn't want to talk to anybody to standing out in front.
It's not all about the football. It's about who you become through football and what football teaches you to be, how to be a man, and all that is the biggest honor to me, is because football doesn't last forever, and that's something I can take with me for the rest of my life.
It's surprising for me as well when I've seen him go from that little kid that couldn't go to school to this kid that's now leading other kids.
Reichen Posey is a light in an otherwise dark day in history.
It's a part of me, but I'm grounded in, having faith in God, and I use it to help me become a better person, but it's not who I am.